Hello everybody, I'm the Happy Cabbie.
Let's stir the drama pot.
Okay, so what's in the news right now? The mosque that's being built on ground zero. Now, let's go ahead and point out a couple of things. Number one, there is no mosque being built on ground zero. There's not even a mosque being built a couple yards away from ground zero, like a couple people are claiming. This here is Google Maps. This right here is World Trade Center, or pretty much what's left of it. Now, this over here is where they are wanting to build the building. 45 Park Place in New York City. It is a former Burlington coat factory. It was a building that was damaged by the debris that, fell when the towers fell. Okay, well, let's go ahead and point out a couple things. Number one, there already are mosques in Manhattan, New York City area. All you have to do is do a Google search and you can find several. Granted, you don't find too many close to where the World Trade Center was, but, that's to each his own. Now, should the Muslims be allowed to build any kind of building near the World Trade Center? In my opinion, yes, and I'd like to tell you why. If a bunch of Christians got together and wanted to build a church, would everybody be upset? I don't think so. The only reason people are getting upset is because this is a bunch of Muslims, and it was a bunch of Muslims that brought down the World Trade Center.
Unless, of course, you believe 9/11 was an insect job.
However, here in America, we have what's called the First Amendment. We have the freedom of religion. And, there's been different court cases trying to interpret it. But basically, what it means is the government cannot impose a religion on somebody, and it can also not restrict a religion on somebody. Basically, the government does not have the authority to tell somebody, it's like, you cannot worship your God, or you must worship the God we tell you to. You can believe whatever crazy, silly little religion you want to believe in, and that includes the Muslim religion. Why you'd want to believe that, I don't know, but you're more than welcome to do so. I would be very hesitant to embrace a government that is willing to tell a bunch of Muslims they cannot build a mosque near ground zero. Because if that government can restrict someone else's religious freedoms, then they can also restrict my religious freedoms. Now, is the mosque being built so close to ground zero in bad taste? Are they just being absolute dicks? Well, let's take a look at what they are actually wanting to build. They're wanting to build a 500-seat auditorium, a basketball court, a swimming pool, and my personal favorite, a place where you can hold Muslim idol. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of it. I'm not making this up. Muslim idol. Okay, the next question I have to ask is, if you believe that the Muslims should not be allowed to build so close to ground zero, here is my question. How far away do they have to be in order for you to feel it's okay for them to build? I pushed this into Google Maps, and you can do the same thing yourself. Just go to maps.google.com, type in World Trade Center for the A part, for the B part, type 45 Park Place, New York, and it will tell you it is 0.8 miles. So basically almost a mile. It would take about maybe 15 minutes for me to walk it. You might be in better shape. But definitely, it is a wee bit of a stroll. Do they have to be a full mile away from the World Trade Center for it to be okay? Does it have to be 2 miles away? How far do they have to be until it's no longer offensive? And then, of course, you have the final part. They're wanting to commemorate the building on September the 11th of whatever year they want to open it up. It's like, yeah, they could have picked a better day, but whatever. The thing is, when it comes to freedom of speech, it also includes the right to offend. And just like everybody was doing with the Drama Muhammad days, it's like, hey, freedom of speech, we have the right to offend. Even if their sole purpose was to give a straight-up F you to all the Americans, they have the right to do that. That's what freedom of speech is. That is what freedom of religion is. So, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. So, leave a comment down below. And one final update, big shout out to a good friend of mine, I Love Jesus 420. Link is right over here as well as down over there as well. Puts out some really interesting stuff, and especially if you like laughing at just stupidity, this guy finds clips on the internet, television, public access. The stuff this guy is able to find, you can't get this anywhere else. So I do hope you check him out. Thanks for watching.